Support for Radio Friends comes from Osteostrong. Improvements in bone density, strength, and power can be achieved by weekly 5-minute no-sweat sessions on their 4-spectrum machines. These isometric robotic machines safely emulate high-impact loading on different parts of the skeletal system, which stimulates activity in bone-building cells. Balance and agility can be improved by 2-minute sessions on vibration plates. Every session is supervised by a trained coach. Learn more on Facebook or call to set up a complimentary wellness assessment and session. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on this Thursday, November the 12th. We're going to start off with Stacie Pottinger, who is with us from Ragtag. Good to have you here, Stacie.
Nice to be here, Paul.
This has been a rather unusual year, a difficult time for a lot of people. Your organization's no different.
It's been a really, really weird and difficult year for the film industry, for sure.
Right.
And we were lucky, and we always want to say we know how lucky we are that we got to have True False Film Fest right under the wire, just, a week before the shutdown.
Yeah.
And we feel really, really lucky about that. But
so what have you got going on right now?
So right now, this weekend, we're coming back from our fall break. We took a week off, and we opened the cinema again on Friday with Ammonite and Wolfwalkers, 2 really, really amazing films. They'll both be in the running for Oscars.
But how are you keeping patrons safe coming in?
Yeah, so we have taken great care. I know that the county has allowed businesses to go up to 50% capacity, but we are not going to raise our capacity above 25%.
Okay.
So we have a cinema, our large theater can hold 143 or 48 people, and we are keeping that at 25%. So we can't have more than, I believe it's 30 people in our big theater.
So how are you doing the spacing, though? We
have rows that are blocked off, completely blocked off, couches that are not available anymore. Sorry about that, everybody. And then if you pick your seat where you're going to sit, and then there's 6 feet of a cardboard sort of a blocker for the seats next to you, so that...
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you come in with somebody in your family and you want to sit together, you can do that.
You can sit together.
But there will be 6 feet distance between anybody else in that same row.
Between sitting next to you and in front of you and behind you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
And honestly, I think it's safer than going out to dinner because you're sitting in the same direction as everybody else. You're not talking. You have a mask on. It's pretty much as safe as anything can be. That's what I think.
Then you're doing a drive-in, too?
Yeah, so we have a drive-in on Sunday. I can't tell you what the film is, but it's going to be amazing.
A secret?
It's going to be it could be secret. We've had a couple secret screenings this fall. But we have another drive-in on December 6th. And those are both, Columbia Honda is letting us use their parking lot. They're clearing it on a Sunday for us, and we're super thankful. Also, let me just mention... we have a new, amazing, just beautiful 40-foot screen that was purchased for us by Le Brunerie Financial, and we can't even thank them enough for getting us that screen. It is beautiful. So if you can get tickets to the drive-in, I highly recommend.
And that's courtesy of our friends at Le Brunerie Financial who bought that screen for you.
Yes.
Alex Le Brunerie and his people.
They are amazing. Yeah.
Okay. So the thing to keep in mind is if you go to Ragtag, you're going to be social distanced. You've got to keep your mask on.
Yep. And we've limited as much touch points as possible. We ask people to buy their tickets online ahead of time. But we have lots of fun stuff coming up.
We're almost out of time, but any predictions for the True False Film Festival?
I think so we've moved it to May. We have a special event in March.
Moved it to May.
We've moved it to May. It's going to be outdoors as much as possible, and we will talk about that next time.
Okay. All right. Stacie Pottinger, thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Best of luck with keeping things going.
Yes.
All right?
Thanks.
All right. Our next guest is here with an interesting topic. We're going to talk about STEAM Academy. What is STEAM Academy? I want to introduce you to GREG CAINE, who is the principal of Jefferson Middle School. Welcome to Radio Friend.
Thank you.
So what is the STEAM Academy?
Well, it's basically we're a middle school that focuses on science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, and we try to take a particular emphasis in those areas. with a focus on critical thinking and hands-on learning.
So how did you come up with the name STEAM Academy?
Well, the ideas of the STEM and STEAM have been floating around in education for a little while, and basically we went through several discussions as a team and talking about what was going to be the best opportunity to represent what it was that we wanted to be as a school.
So give me an example of how you're doing this and exactly what you're doing.
Okay. Well, one of the things that we're doing is that we have numerous STEAM electives. And so we provide every student the opportunity to basically access at least 4 exploratory electives every year and a variety of different fields in the area of STEAM. And so a student may have a coding class for 9 weeks. They may have urban agriculture for another 9 weeks.
You said a coding class?
Coding, yes. And so we have a robotics class. We have a variety of different classes, and arts and murals is one of them. We have design and manufacturing.
When you're rattling all of this off, and I'm thinking about when I was in school at that age, how it has changed. I mean, it's night and day difference. And I'm sure you've seen a difference from when you were in school also.
Sure.
How are the kids relating to this and accepting it?
Well, I think it's very much meeting them where they're at. Students are very responsive to integration of technology. At our grade level, very seldom do you find a child who doesn't have access to the internet continuously, a cell phone at home. Now we have one-to-one iPads throughout our building, and so technology is something that's where they live. And basically giving them the opportunity to apply these opportunities in a real-world setting and really getting them into exploring different ideas and getting them to expose and be creative, we find that they respond very, very well. The STEAM classes are our first class of the day, but very rarely do we have kids who are not there on time because
Right.
they're excited to be there.
How long have you been in education?
This is my 25th year.
So when you started 25 years ago, what's the biggest changes you've seen?
Well, I think just in general, the biggest impact has probably been technology. When I started my career, frankly, as a first-year teacher, learning how to use the overhead projector and a chalkboard
That was technology.
was the extent of it. So
Right.
It's changed considerably.
Did you ever imagine that it would come as far as it has today?
It's hard to say. You see the movies that portray what they think the future will look like,
right.
and we don't have the flying cars yet, but you see some of those things, and you're like, where do we go next?
Right. For more information, you can call 573-214-3210, the Jefferson Middle School. I thank you for coming out today
Thank you.
and sharing the STEAM program with us, Principal GREG CAINE. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's it for today. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Bye-bye.